Um, this is our presentation, and I'm going to talk about several questions about Mt Rainier. First of all, what is Mt Rainier? Mt Rainier is an active volcano currently at rest between eruption, according to local reports in Washington. Many people believe that Mt Rainier is the most dangerous volcano in the area. Why is it really dangerous? Because the main reason is because it can cause a bad impact because there are many residents and village nearby, which can cause a great damage when it actually explode. According to Wikipedia, Mount Rainier is the highest mountain in the United States of Washington and Cascade Range, and it is like mm, the, the tallest in Cascade volcanic. And here are some natural disaster events that before in Mt Rainier, which is like some are long time ago, some are like 20 years ago, but it's still really dangerous as an active volcano in United States. And who are the people who are going to be affected? And the most affected villages and residents, as well as some landmarks such as hospitals, will be at a big, great risk. And as researchers, there are like several parks and other buildings near the mountain range. And after the volcano explode, there will be a great damage. So we are really we are really afraid of the damage if it really explode in the future, maybe several years. And how are they going to affect? Because as I said, like many residents that live near Mountain Rainier and these dangerous active volcanoes and easily affect the residents. Like a big hidden danger, but actually it's not real danger you can see, but it's like hidden by several years or 10 years after, like that.
The places between, beside the mountain Rainiers, there is a national park. There is a there are many different van camp center, and there are paradise village, hotel, and restaurant. So I think the national park just for the people who visit to the mountain Rainier. They can take a walk in there. Maybe after they finish their deal, or just for them to take a picture and look the like just for them to see the overview of the whole mountains. And I think the reason why they built the camp center for it just because they want maybe different people they want to live in different places. Some of them they want to live in the room, some of them they want to live in a well. So just for different situations, and maybe it could make many visitors come there and have fun in there, like just for different life in the cities. And the Paradise Village hotel and restaurant, they just people just rent the houses, and they will provide food to the people who rent their house, but they have to pay for it. But if the mountain Rainier, the volcano start firing, I think these places will become the most dangerous places. And I think if it really happen, the only thing they can do is run away faster. Otherwise, that could be really dangerous.
The three hazards that are most likely to happen at Mount Rainier are debris avalanches, which is also known as landslides, lahars, and floods. According to GNS Science, debris avalanches, or more commonly known as landslide, is a sudden catastrophic landslide from an unstable part of a volcano. Rising magma, earthquakes, and heavy rain can be the trigger to this hazard, making parts of a volcano unstable. If the landslide continues to flow further down, it will identify as a lahar. A lahar is a landslide that can flow rapidly many miles downslope from a volcano. It is considered as one of the most feared and threatening hazards. In the WHO website, floods are when large amounts of water overflows in an unexpected location. It is the most frequent hazard known. They are often caused by heavy rain, tsunami, and other events which requires large quantities of water.
Now I will be discussing the consequences of the natural hazards and disasters at Mount Rainier. There are two kinds of consequences, primary and secondary. Primary consequences are more immediate and direct, whereas secondary consequences can be caused by a direct consequence and how it impacts individuals and societies. Three major primary consequences. Firstly, we have volcanic ash. Volcanic ash consists of rock fragments, minerals, and volcanic gases. Carbon dioxide and glycerin, both of which are toxic to humans, can be found in volcanic ash. If inhaled, it can cause breathing problems by damaging the lungs. Next, lava flow. Lava flow are a stream of molten rocks oozing from the erupting vent. Lava flow is life-threateningly hot, approximately measuring 1,000 to 2,000 Celsius degrees. Avalanches are a mass of snow, ice, and rocks falling, similar to an occurrence in 1963, according to USGS.gov, quoting, "From Little Tahoma Peak on the east side of the Mount Rainier volcano fell onto Amon's glacier and formed avalanches of rock debris that traveled about 4 miles down the glacier." End quote. Three major secondary consequences that we must keep in mind. Firstly, we have destruction of property. This can be caused by the avalanches or lava flow discussed during our primary consequences slide. This results in millions, if not billions, of dollars worth of irreversible damage affecting social, environmental, and economic factors. Similar to property damage, we have damage of life, which is irreplaceable. Volcanoes kill a minimum of 540 people annually, and countless animals in nature. The dust and ash released into the environment after an eruption can result in weather changes, also known as climate change. To sum up this virtual tour on Mount Rainier, let's take a look at what future steps the American government can take to keep its citizens safe. We see citizens being underprepared for the situation at hand, hence baffling them when it actually occurs. By taking mandatory volcano risk mitigation classes and keeping a safety kit prepared, we can ensure that all citizens in proximity are prepared for the worst. Areas at risk of volcanic eruptions often have specially designed roofs that are capable of withstanding the immense weight of lava. The doors and windows are also shut to prevent the entering of volcanic ashes. In case of a hazard, countries must have available shelters for those affected by the disaster. This involves catering to basic human necessities such as food and water.